Imagine for a moment that the sirens start wailing, and you realize you have only minutes to find a safe place for your family. Most people believe that building an underground shelter is a luxury reserved for billionaires with millions of dollars to burn. But the truth is that survival isn't about your bank account. It is about the depth of your preparation. Today we are going to deconstruct the myth that safety is unaffordable by building a budget survival bunker. Together, using smart and practical strategies. Building a bunker is not about paranoia. It is about having a reliable insurance policy for your life and your loved ones. Professional bunkers can exceed $100,000, but a budget build focuses on practical protection against the most likely threats. You must prioritize essential needs like shelter, security, and air over expensive, low-probability luxuries that drain your resources. A finished $2,000 bunker is infinitely more valuable than an expensive blueprint for a project that you never actually build. The success of your bunker is determined entirely by the ground you choose to sit in, so you must be your own surveyor. You must identify high ground to ensure your sanctuary doesn't turn into a swimming pool during the first heavy rain. Consider the privacy of your location to maintain operational security, while keeping it close enough to your home for quick access. Always check for underground utility lines before digging to avoid life-threatening accidents with gas mains or electricity. Excavation is physically demanding, but renting a mini excavator for a single weekend can save you thousands in professional labor. You need to dig deep enough to allow for the structure, plus at least 3 feet of soil on top for radiation and thermal insulation. Instead of an expensive concrete slab, consider a rubble trench or compacted gravel base for much better drainage. Ensuring a perfectly level base is critical to prevent your structure from warping or cracking under the weight of the earth. This is the stage where your bunker finally takes shape and becomes a hardened shelter capable of providing real protection. Earth bag construction is a brilliant, budget-friendly method that uses soil-filled bags to create walls as strong as stone. If you choose concrete blocks, they must be reinforced with rebar and grout to handle the immense lateral pressure of the dirt. Always favor curved or arched designs, as they distribute the weight of the overhead earth much more efficiently than flat surfaces. In a confined space, managing carbon dioxide levels is a matter of life and death for everyone inside. A basic 2-pipe system uses one high intake pipe and one shorter exhaust pipe to create a natural passive crossbreeze. You can power small 12 volts fans with a battery, or use a manual hand-crank bellows for a completely reliable backup. Never forget to install a battery-operated CO2 detector, as it is the most important piece of electronics for your survival. Off-grid living requires you to focus on low-draw basics like LED lights, a small radio, and essential communication devices. A single 100-watt solar panel is usually enough to keep your essential battery bank charged and ready for use. For waste management, a simple 2-bucket composting system is much more reliable and cheaper than complex underground plumbing. These primitive solutions might seem simple, but in a crisis, simplicity almost always equals reliability and ease of maintenance. The final step is moving in your supplies, while keeping the existence of the entire project a complete secret. Camouflage your entrance with natural landscaping, a garden shed, or a wood pile to hide it from prying eyes. Stock your shelves using the first-in, first-out method to ensure your food supplies stay fresh and edible. Finally, run a 24-hour test day to find any flaws in your system while the world is still quiet and calm. Building a budget bunker is an act of responsibility that proves you don't need a fortune to stay safe and prepared. You have now learned how to transform a daunting concept into a tangible, life-saving reality for your family. Start your project one step at a time, and remember that today's effort is the foundation of tomorrow's security. Subscribe for more DIY survival guides, and I will see you in the next video as we continue to prepare.